you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, I'm Rebecca Felgate, and today we are talking real life superheroes. So real life superheroes can mean many things. It can mean people with extraordinary powers, people who don capes and roam the streets at night looking to protect citizens, kinda like in Kick-Ass. And sometimes superheroes aren't people at all. So with that in mind, here is our top 10 list of real life superheroes. In at number 10 we have NYX. So this lady about New York City even has her own Facebook page. I mean, I would love it if Spider-Man had like social media. You could like his statuses and tweet him when you're in danger, being like, @Spider-Man, help me, and he'd be like, anyway, I digress. NYX is Irene Thomas, a young lady who decided to start her work as a superhero at the tender age of 16. Now this was after she discovered other superheroes online. NYX patrols New York and northern Jersey areas dressed in a striped corset, fishnets, stripy socks over the top, stripy arm socks, and a red face mask. She actually sounds kind of a lot like I looked at 15 when I was going through my goth phase. God love an arm sock. NYX says that she helps the most vulnerable in society after discovering a huge homeless population in New Jersey. Speaking of her superhero alter ego, NYX said, "Like the night, I cannot be proven or disproven to certain degrees. And also, much like the night, when morning comes, there will be no trace of me." She also credits her mother as being her inspiration to do good. In at number 9, we have Thanatos. In Vancouver, a 63-year-old man dresses up as Thanatos, the Greek personification of death, and he moves around the city helping people in need. For example, he helps homeless people and drug addicts. In an HBO documentary about superheroes, Thanatos explains why he uses death as his persona. He said, "I was told by a police officer that some people on the street had nothing better to look forward to than death. I decided if that was the case, then maybe death better step in himself. I've sort of become a parody of death, because rather than taking life, I'm giving it." That's really sweet. So Thanatos mainly works with the homeless, feeding them and giving them support, which is really nice. He is also part of the popular real-life superhero project. In at number 8, we have the Statesman. So if you thought that Northern Americans got to have all the fun, you would be wrong. There is a lean, mean, crime-watching machine in the UK too by the name of the Statesman. Revealed to be a banker by day, Scott Cook, aka the Statesman, then takes to the streets of Birmingham in a Union Jack costume and a Zorro-style mask. Armed with a torch, mobile phone, first aid kit, and notepad. I mean, sounds like the stuff of superheroes. Where's his spidey web? But still, the Statesman is a former member of the Territorial Army and claims he has adopted his alter ego to make up for the unpopularity of his day job. What a reason. As the Statesman, he regularly breaks up fights, feeding homeless as well as stopping or apprehending robbers. He also said that he sometimes teams up with other superheroes to work together, and they go on vigilante nights out in London. Sounds fun. So how did he keep his identity secret for so long? He told his girlfriend he was playing poker 4 nights a week. Want to hear about some real life people with real superhero powers? Me too. Even though they don't don capes, that we know of anyway, they definitely have the credentials. In at number 7, we have Veronica Seider. Veronica has superhuman vision, which I could really use right about now. What do you mean, Rebecca? Well, I'll tell you. In October 1972, the University of Stuttgart in Germany reported that their 21-year-old student Veronica Seider possessed a visual acuity 20 times better than average. She could identify people at a distance of more than a mile, so that's 1.6 kilometers. Like, that is absolutely insane. She can literally see you coming a mile off. Normal humans can recognize details 6 meters away, and I think without my glasses right now I could probably just about make a meter. Veronica, give me your powers. In at number 6, we have Zhu Tingju. So Zhu Tingju is a Chinese master of Qigong, Jiu-Jitsu, and Tai Chi, and he has this strange ability of pyrokinesis. He can heat things up to near boiling point with his hands. There are some absolutely crazy videos of this 82-year-old demonstrating his otherworldly skills. For example, he takes wet mud in his hands, he uses his powers, and then dries it to a powder in seconds.
The sand that was wet moments ago seems to be leaving his hands dry.
Not only is he able to generate crazy heat through his hands, he's also said to be able to dissolve tumors, heal severe chronic injuries, as well as successfully treat incurable diseases. Zeus says his abilities are down to being able to focus his chi to chosen parts of his body. Western scientists and doctors are baffled. In at number 5, we have Purple Rain. Purple rain, purple rain. No, not like Prince, she spells it a little bit different, raining like a queen. Purple Rain was a member of the now disbanded Rain City superhero movement, along with her former husband Pheonix Jones. Purple Rain now works independently to fight domestic violence with her charity, the Purple Rain campaign. I like it because it rhymes. In her life, Purple Rain has been the victim of domestic abuse, sparking her later interest in fighting the crime as a superhero. Purple is very much her colour, as she sports a purple wig and purple mask. Have you guys had enough of superhumans yet? Want to learn about some superhero animals too? Yes, me too. And at number 4, we have Penny the dog. Woof. Penny the dog is an absolute babe of a black Labrador who managed to directly save an actual life, which is actually a higher achievement than some of the other people on this list. Penny! The story goes that one day, Penny was out having a walk in St Affas in Wales, just being a dog, woofing around, having a lovely day, but then her owner, Brenda Owen, spotted a figure floating in the water of a nearby river. She then put 2 and 2 together and saw a wheelchair on the bank and quickly told Penny to fetch. Penny was super fast to react and understood exactly what to do. She leapt into the water to help the drowning figure. With super dog strength, she managed to then use just her teeth to pull the figure from the water. Brenda and a passerby stopped and looked after her and even called an ambulance. The woman turned out to be an elderly citizen from a nearby home, and Penny's quick reaction meant that she saved her life. Yay, super dog Penny! Let's get her a cape immediately. From dogs to children, anyone can be a superhero if they have the right heart. In at number 3, we have Soundwave and Jetstorm. A dynamic duo indeed, Soundwave and Jetstorm are among my favourite real-life superheroes because they're just so cute. These caped crusaders are some of the youngest superheroes around, giving the fictional hit girl a run for her money. Soundwave and Jetstorm are siblings, and they were just young children when they began their work as superheroes in 2007. They saw all the adults having fun, and they thought that they could do just as good as their older counterparts, which of course they could. Joining the Skiffy Town League of Superheroes, Soundwave and Jetstorm help keep their home of Washington a safe and positive place. They can also regularly be found at charitable events, and when they first began, Soundwave was 10 and her younger brother was 6. Soundwave said, "I was really shy, so I made my character fit me." She says it gave her an excuse not to talk too much, but to still do something good. She also carries marbles with her to give out to citizens who need some positivity, which is really sweet. Meanwhile, Jetstorm said, "I like working with kids, giving people food, toys, and making sure they have power in their houses. And I like running so fast, even a race car can't beat me." Excellent. In at number 2, we have Pheonix Jones. So for me, one of the best real-life superheroes has to be Pheonix Jones, the leader of the Rain City superhero movement. Pheonix Jones' real name is Benjamin Fodor, but he uses a way sexier pseudonym. Pheonix set up the superhero movement as he felt that criminal activity in Seattle was bad and he wanted to take matters into his own hands. Pheonix, along with his fellow superheroes, donned a costume so that police would know that he isn't a criminal. I'm not sure if that's totally foolproof because, like, if I dressed up as, let's say, Batwoman, I could still be evil. I don't know. But it worked for Pheonix, so. Pheonix is a martial artist, having fought in World Series fighting tournaments. This also means he's pretty ripped and prepared to confront criminals, which he does regularly. Having stopped many serious affrays in his time, Pheonix has even been stabbed whilst patrolling, but that has never stopped him fighting for justice and the greater good. Okay, so we have reached that all-important moment in our most amazing top 10 real-life superheroes, and for the number 1 spot, I really wanted to highlight a guy who sacrificed his life in order to save hundreds, and his method of protection was a simple single hug. And at number 1, we have Najih Shaker Al-Baldawi. Najih saved the potential lives of hundreds of people when he spotted a suicide bomber at the Sayyid Muhammad Shrine in Iraq. ISIS had wanted to blow up the shrine and cause widespread devastation, aiming to kill around 300 people. Najih saw what was about to go down and run up to hug one of the bombers in a suicide vest, absorbing a large proportion of the impact that would have been a whole lot worse had he not stepped in. 37 people were killed rather than 300, meaning that he literally saved hundreds of lives. Najih's actions goes to show that it only takes one moment to be a superhero, and one moment is enough to change the lives of countless other people. So to all of you out there being superheroes and superhuman, I salute you. That said, to all of our subscribers, be good and be safe. So that was our top 10 real life superheroes. Did you guys like our mix? Would you have liked more people with official powers? If so, do you want me to make a video about people with real superpowers? Because that could be kind of fun. I'm Rebecca Felgate, this has been Most Amazing Top 10. Don't forget to catch up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and my own YouTube channel, Rebecca Felgate Official. But for now, make sure you give this video a good old thumbs up, share it with a friend, and make sure you're subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10. And I will see you superheroes next time.